Good afternoon, YouTube family. What a beautiful day here in H-Town, Texas. Kind of hot, and I imagine it's hot wherever you are also. Today is January the 28th on a Wednesday, and we got a wonderful show lined up for you. We have the head football coach of Prairie A&M University on the show, going to join us later on. But now what we're going to do is cover the gamut of sports right now, as we generally do, quite naturally concentrating on HBCUs, not just in the SWAC, but all over the country. Also, before we get going, I want you guys to do me a big favor, and that is hit that like button, smash that bell, and subscribe. When you hit that bell, what happens is they notify you every time a new show drops. So if you do that for me, I greatly appreciate it. And also, go to fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. Go there to get the merchandise such as this. You can get long sleeve, short sleeve, and hoodie. Long sleeve t-shirts, short sleeve t-shirts, and hoodies at that website, fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. And also down below, write a comment about today's show, what you think about it. I can stand constructive criticism. It only makes me better. So once again, family, go to fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com to get your merchandise, and also to let me know what you think you might would want us to talk about. We had a winner to one of our guest host contests, and we're getting ready to do that again. Write me and say you'd like to become a guest host for one of the shows. And what we'll do is we'll let you know, keep you abreast of the drawing and how we're going to pick the person to do it. So without further ado, what we're going to do is go into some sports. And what I want to do is, the NBA had its NBA draft. Major League Baseball is heating up. We're going to go over that. And first of all, I want to go over some HBCU news. North Carolina A&T has a pitcher that Xavier Meacham is going to pitch for the USA Baseball. And there are other HBCU players that made the USA team. Well, actually, they have players that they have one set of team players and another set of team players that are playing each other. Then they're going to come up with the baseball team. But we do have some HBCU representation. We have Pablo Torres from Bethune-Cookman. We have Omar Melendez from Alabama State. And we have Nicholas Wilson from Southern University, along with Xavier Meacham out of North Carolina A&T. So we like to give these guys their flowers for making that tryout count. So what we'll do is, once we find out who made it, we'll let you guys know in upcoming shows. Also, Tennessee State. Now I want you guys to listen to this. Tennessee State is going to become the first HBCU to have an ice hockey team. That's right, you heard me right. Tennessee State is developing an ice hockey team. They are in Nashville, Tennessee, and the Nashville Predators, which are members of the NHL, are going to help them with funding. I think that is fantastic. Growing up, I only saw white kids skating on ice, and only white males playing NHL. As you know now, there are plenty of blacks in the NHL, which a lot of people don't know. And so what Tennessee State is doing is they're forging forward, and they're becoming the first HBCU, once again, to form a hockey team. I think that's great. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Rose Gold Deluxe Spa, Womack Development Company and Realtor, and Morgan & Associates Dental. Family, we're going to run through the draft for you guys. We have Victor Wembanyama, San Antonio Spurs, Brandon Miller, Charlotte Hornets, Scoot Henderson, a guard, Amon Thompson, a forward, 6'7", and his twin brother, Assured Thompson, 6'7". They're going to. He's going to the Pistons. Anthony Black, a guard, is going to Orlando. And now, what I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'm going to go through a few that I like. Jerice Walker, that came from the University of Houston, is going to the Indiana Pacers. And one of the other University of Houston players is also going to the Indiana Pacers, and that's Marcus Sasser. And so my report does not show me where any of the HBCU players got drafted, but there are some that are signing undrafted free agent contracts, which all you want is an opportunity, a chance. Miami Heat showed us that this year they had 4 undrafted free agents playing in an NBA championship game. So don't never let anything ruin your dream of wanting to make it. So these 4 guys didn't, and I don't think the guys that are going to be trying out for the NBA this upcoming year are either. Moving on to baseball, American League. One more time, I'm here in Houston. So we're going to start the American League West. Texas Rangers are leading the Angels, and the Houston Astros, our local team, are 2 games out of second place and 6 games out of first, but they have not had 3 to 4 players weekly that miss. They generally got a new lineup every other week. So they stand close until Jordan, the spectacular rookie from last year, gets back, and Pena gets back. So I think the Astros are going to be all right. But for now, in the West, you have the Texans are leading. You have Tampa Bay that are leading in the East in the American League. And you got Baltimore behind them. You got the Minnesota Twins leading in the Central with the Cleveland Guardians behind them. Okay, the standings in baseball, Major League Baseball, once again. The American League East, you got Tampa Bay and Baltimore. American League Central, you got Minnesota and Cleveland. In the American League West, you got Texas and the Angels, but our Houston Astros are 2 games behind the Angels for second place, 6 games behind the Rangers for first. In the East, we have the Atlanta Braves and the Miami Marlins. And the NL Central, you have Cincinnati, a surprise team, and Milwaukee. Milwaukee's on a game back. And in the West, you have the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Francisco Giants. Now, you got the Dodgers 1 game behind them, so the Dodgers are definitely in the mix. Dodgers are going to always be in the mix because they got money and they don't mind going out spending it to get a player. With that said, what I want to do is spend most of our time for our special guest. We're going to have him in. Once again, we're going to have the head football coach of Prairie View A&M University, Bubba McDowell. Hello, family. I got one big announcement I really need to make to you all. We have something going on, the Maroon and Gray chapter, alumni chapter of Texas Southern University. That chapter generally helps the athletic program by giving them funds for events that they sponsor. So one of the events that they have going on this particular moment is going to be a weekend before the Labor Day Classic. That's going to be August the 25th, 7 to 11. It's going to be at the Tiger Room at Texas Southern University. One more time, August the 25th from 7 to 11 at the Tiger Room at Texas Southern University. 100% of the proceeds from this annual red carpet affair are used to support Texas Southern University and its athletic department. Now, family, here comes the kicker. This show, your show, is going to be the one broadcasting at the red carpet. Sports Talk with Fat Larry will be broadcasting that particular gala. So get there early so I can get you on camera. Contact the Maroon and Gray alumni chapter, or either go to maroongray.com. Scroll down, and they got a big old picture here for you, the Soul of Houston Sneaker Gala. So what we're going to be doing is they're going to be doing dressing up and also wearing your sneakers. I know all you young folks got these $400 sneakers, so you'll get a chance to show them. One more time, the Soul of Houston Sneaker Gala. It's going to be at Texas Southern University, the Tiger Room, August the 25th from 7 to 11. And yours truly will be broadcasting. So get ready to walk the red carpet and be on the show. And now, ladies and gentlemen and family, we're going to get to our special guest that we have for you today, the head football coach at Prairie A&M University, Coach Bubba McDowell. Coach McDowell, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
It's good to see you again. I know you're a busy man, and you're killing two birds with one stone. You're allowing me to interview you, and you're allowing my Prairie View Panther listeners to get off of my back because I am making sure that I get PV on. They always tell me that.
Tell them it's not. It wasn't your fault. It was all me, man.
Trust me, I'm gonna tell them that too, and they're gonna see it on camera too. That hey, I've been trying to get him. I can't get him until he has time. Well, Coach, I happened to look at your site, Prairie View site, and I saw where you put on a football camp. Can you enlighten the audience as to what type of camp there was you had, and who were your guests? Some of your guests there.
We did our second annual mega camp. The first one was under Coach Dooley when he was here. So we decided to do it again, do one this year, and we was able to have schools come in. Everybody knew what the mega camp is, basically where we have top schools or as many schools you would allow that wants to come into your camp and see a whole host of kids from any and everywhere. We had the privilege of having Coach Prime in. He decided to come in. We initially contacted him through a good friend of mine, his assistant head coach, Coach Garrett Harrell, and they got back with us probably about a week later, and Coach Prime said that he would definitely do it, and so we took it and we ran from there. He did some deal on his end with his public people and put it out there, and we did our deal here, and sure, after that, man, it just spread like a wildfire. And then we had, Alabama State was here, Grambling, and we had a host of Georgia Tech.
FAMU coach and the FAMU coach was there also, isn't it?
Yeah,
and I think that this guy that coach at Norfolk State was there. I'm telling you, I was on your website looking.
Yeah. Coach Odom, they
Coach
all came
Odom,
down.
That's him.
They all helped out big time, man. It was a great turnout. Again, it was probably about, I think the final count was like 1,100 some kids.
Wow. Now, tell the listening audience where these kids come out. I know from the surrounding areas, are they juniors and up, or what are seniors to be for this upcoming football season?
Yeah. Again, they're ninth graders and up.
Again,
and we all high school kids pretty much. And basically what we do is we as they come in and register, we figure out what grades they're in. So we kind of match them up with their grade level. Because again, we had to use 3 fields this year. We had the actual football field. We had the soccer field and also the track field as well. Some of the baseball field. So to house all these men to do drills.
How long did you have to promote that to get 1,100 players? Not long, or you started when?
It actually wasn't long. Yeah, it wasn't long because again we were just kind of waiting. We was going to do it regardless, but we was waiting on to see what Coach Prime was going to do. And again, once he came in and gave us his blessing, again, it spread like wildfire. We had at one point we went from register of 12 to 10. To one day, almost 400 kids. So, yeah.
See, you talking to the choir when you talk about Coach Prime. I love Coach Prime. When they were having all these different debates about is he good for the SWAC and not good. I said, look, man, we got more shine on the SWAC than we've had in so long. I have nothing but love for him. I have nothing but love for Coach Prime. And I know you played against Coach Prime, didn't you, college?
We played against each other, and I had love for him back then, except for when we played.
Most definitely. Oh, well, I'm a Miami guy. I mean, I didn't attend University of Miami. I'm a HBCU guy, but I just love the swag back in the day that the Canes had. I just love that swag. and Jimmy Johnson, and the way they played, it wasn't 3 yards in a cloud of dust. If they needed to pass 8 times in a row, that's what you all did. You know, a lot of these colleges back in the day, they got to establish the run, then we gonna pass. Nah,
Absolutely.
none of that. Okay, now moving on.
We use our athletes.
Huh?
We use our athletes, from the backfield to the wideouts, to
There
the
you
tight
go.
end.
That's how you did it. That's how you did it. So now what we're going to do is I had Coach McKinney on, and he went over his recruits and what he thought they were going to bring to the 2023 football season. So I know you don't want to give away a lot of your secrets, but can we get a few of your top names that are coming in? For instance, let's start in the defensive secondary. Who you bringing in, Coach?
Well, we got Ahmad. We have Ahmad Robinson, from Central Arkansas State, should I say? He's DB, and again, he's going to be a great addition to our secondary back there. Along with some of the guys that are coming back. We got Malachi, who's another kid that we have coming in. We kind of went out there and kind of revamped that back end a little bit, being that we thought, and as I thought as well, that was the area that we needed the most help in, especially out there on that corner spot. And in this league, you got to be able to have corners that can cover. So those two young men coming in, Freddie Bird as well, another young man coming in, transferred in from JC.
Okay.
And
say his name one more time, Coach. Sorry for interrupting you. Freddie Bird. He's a
Freddie
JC
Bird, yes,
transfer. What is he? Do you know? Can you recall? Because I know you got so many players. Can you recall where he's?
I think Freddie came in from Jones.
Jones.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's long, and again, we probably since I've been here, probably the first time that we've been that long in the backfield.
So when you say been that long, so evidently the other guys you mentioned also are kind of tall too.
Yeah, they're tall, they're average size. Like I said, it's gonna help us out, in the long run. And more importantly, these guys can cover. They're guys that they like to get in your face and lock it up. So
see, Coach, before we got on air, I told you don't be getting on here, getting me all upset and excited about PV. You got me all riled up last year talking about your linebackers running to the ball and your safeties smashing helmets. I said, don't kill us, Coach, when y'all play us. Now, it never ceases to amaze me where a guy came from, that's what he specializes in. And I like the fact that you're a defensive guy. Is that the first order of business you do every year is look at your defense to see what you need to get done? I know you look at your offense and overall kickers and all that stuff, but is that your cup of tea? Your defense has to be top shelf before you go anywhere else. Is that your first thing?
Yeah, absolutely, and it just by nature. And again, like you said, playing the game for a long time and switching from offense. I was actually offensive guy in high school, then switching when I got to Miami. Okay. So again, yeah, that's my forte. Then getting blessed to transition to the Oilers, of course. Play safety there as well. So yeah, that's the first order. When I'm looking at and going in and discussing things, I want to see what we have back there on that not back there, but see what we have on defense, from the front to the back, because again, I played behind some great defensive linemen and at Miami with the Oilers, even with Carolina, and right. My God, as I tell coaches, even my DBs, because I sometimes have to still get out there, and go through drills with them as well and kind of show them.
You a treasure chest, Coach. Coach, you've been on all 3 levels. You're a treasure chest. I mean, a lot of times what these kids will come for if they know, I know. But if they would just do their little Google work and know that Bubba McDowell was all pro NFL, you don't get no higher than that. Seemed like just like the young kid that went to Jackson State. He said he came to Jackson State to learn from the best. And you know what I'm saying? So it makes no sense for these DBs not to want to come have you coach them. That just makes sense. Because you got the treasure chest.
As I was saying, like I said, we can't, for me, you can't get enough linemen, D linemen, because again, that's where it starts at for me. Never being that I play behind some great ones. So, if we can get that front line, situated to where we know that we can rotate guys in and out and not skip a beat, we're going to win a lot of games.
All right, let's go to that defensive line. Who you bringing in new? Because if I'm not mistaken, then you all lose quite a few guys, or what?
Yeah, but we ain't got to talk about who we're bringing in, but we got some dudes that's coming in, that's gonna help us out.
Oh, come on, coach. Last year you talked to me last year, coach.
We're still in the process of getting guys in right
Oh, okay. You're
now.
still getting guys. You're still getting guys. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now,
And
who's
we, and
the
we
top returning
welcome
defensive line guy you got coming back?
coming back. That'll be Miles Mahaney.
Miles, man. How big is
He's a
Miles?
D rush. Miles, he's a hybrid type guy. Again, he's right at about he's at 6'3", and probably right about guess Miles probably weighing about 235 right now. He's a
Okay.
true rush in outside linebacker.
Yeah, edge rusher. Oh, now that's good size for an outside linebacker, 6'3", 225. That's good size. He got good speed?
He can. Oh, he got great speed. Now just him getting to know himself when he knowing how to rush, how to use his hands, feet at the same time.
Okay. Okay, let's go to the next level. Your linebackers, which you kind of like, you talk real well about the linebacker last year. You going to give us any insight into what's happening with the linebackers?
Yeah, that's probably our best crew. Coach Rock, Alvin Foster, who's our new D coordinator now. He also coaches the linebackers. We got Keyshawn Johnson's coming back this year as well, who had a pretty good year last year. The guy we actually really hoping to come back and do well. He got hurt last year, still not playing the season, and that's Warren Schenkel.
But he wasn't
Before
100%
he
though.
got
He wasn't 100%.
yeah, he wasn't 100% the whole year with that elbow, but man, he looks really good. He's here now working out, looking like the old Schenkel when he came in before he got hurt. So
Okay.
that's going to be a big key to us how these two young men operate in that middle, and more importantly, getting guys lined up.
Now, when you're looking for a linebacker, you talked about Odom. One thing about the family that I'm talking about, the ex-coach at Southern University, when he was there, always had little small 5'11", maybe 6-foot linebackers, but they could go sideline to sideline. What about your guys?
Our guys can go sideline to sideline.
Sideline. Is that what you look for in a linebacker? You like one that's got that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, even if he had the Mike backer, again, of course, you want that Mike backer to be bigger, because he's probably going to be the one that take on a lot of the blunts, the blows,
Right.
in that, plug and hold. But that Mike and I'm sorry, that Sam backer and that Will backer, yeah, they got to be those guys. They have good size, but again, being able to move and maneuver, rush and drop to certain areas for coverage.
Okay. Now, do you have one of those back? One of your speed linebackers or one of those returning?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Keyshawn back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Keyshawn's coming back.
Keyshawn. And the guy that hurt his elbow, is Keyshawn the one that hurt his elbow?
No, Keyshawn is no. Warren Schenkel's the one that hurt his elbow.
Is he a middle linebacker or outside?
Warren's definitely middle. He's
Middle.
definitely
Okay,
middle.
he's the thumper. He's the thumper. He's the thumper then.
And he is one of those guys that, and I hate to kind of compare him to this guy because he's such a great guy. I mean, great linebacker, and you always want to be careful, when
Right,
you
put too much pressure on him. Right.
Great guys, but I mean, he's so football savvy, kind of like linebackers back in the day, the Ray Lewis.
I thought that's who you were gonna say. I know you had to find your right word talking about Ray Lewis.
Yeah, those guys that know football and that loves football, studies football. He's that type of guy. Now keeping him healthy and letting him being able to play and display that talent that we went out and got him for.
When you get a guy like that, you're almost like getting a coach to get into the locker room. I don't have to worry about the linebacker crew because Killing is going to take care of that. He's going to make sure the guys follow him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I said his name correct, but the middle linebacker, the thumper, he's going to make sure everybody fall in line. You know what I'm saying? It's good.
Right, you're right. You're absolutely right. And that's what you want. He's the quarterback of that defense. You know, he gets them guys up front lined up, and more importantly, he gets guys in the back lined up as well, along with that safety.
Okay. Now, that's a defensive sign. You told us a little bit about it. You kind of like a little sketchy with the defense. Maybe the offense, you might come around with me on this. Now, the quarterback, that guy's coming back, correct? The number 11,
Trayvon Collins,
something like that. Number 11, I think, may have been his number.
14.
14. Now, it's
Trayvon
somebody else or
Collins.
something like that.
Yep. Yep. Trayvon Collins. Yep. He'll be back.
Okay. Now, where is he going to get his competition from? Somebody that was already there, or you got a hot shot freshman coming in?
Yeah, we got Dumas, CJ Dumas, who's from Pato. He played a little bit last year. Ended up getting hurt as well. Didn't quite finish the season like we wanted to. But I think this guy has such an upside because he's a football guy. Things he do have to work on mechanical wise, but for someone so young, poised, and you can see why he took his team to the state championship and won, because poised back there. He knows how to get guys lined up. He knows when, again, you can trust him to make calls out there and get guys lined up.
Okay. Now, do you have a hot shot freshman coming? I say hot shot, but do you have a freshman QB coming in?
No, we don't have a freshman QB coming in. We want more older guys again with Jalen Robinson coming in. Older guys.
Is that a transfer or a JUCO?
He's a transfer. Yeah, he's a transfer as well out of Jones College. He can sling it. And like I said, we're looking forward to him coming in. And again, I always tell guys, no matter, we go out every year, we try to out recruit you. So you better be ready to go. Better be ready to perform.
Right.
But again, it's going to make you better. It's going to make our team better.
Great one's never afraid of competition, and it's not so much you're not afraid of competition. It makes you better. It doesn't create any animosity with you and the other guy. It just makes you better.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now that's the quarterback. Go ahead. What were you gonna say, Coach?
No, you're right. Exactly. Like I said, so we got those guys coming in. Again, we're gonna be okay out there. Be okay in that spot, at the quarterback spot.
Now, wide receiver, y'all beat us a couple times on wide receiver, getting behind us, man. And how's the wide receiver position come shape? Do you have some JUCOs coming in or transfers coming in for that, or are you just looking at the returning, Jay?
Yeah, we got some guys not quite here yet. We're still in the process trying to get them here, but we got Chris Simmons coming back, who was already here. And Chris is one of them guys that can run, that can catch.
Yeah.
But again, one of those guys that kept getting hurt, and we're just trying to get him healthy enough to where he can maintain, healthiness on the field, should I say, to where he can play a long period of time, because he gets out there, does well in training camp, and then all of a sudden something goes wrong.
Now, is Chris the top returning wide receiver for you?
Yeah, I would say so. Then we got a Bloomfield, who's from a ULM, very fast. Again, can make plays, but again, he has things to work on as well, and he's looking much better out here, watching him run routes as we speak.
Okay, now your tight end position. Now, is that gentleman coming back, or is that going to be a new guy?
Which one we talking about?
The tight end you had last year. It was one at 80 something or something like that.
88?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We got a couple guys.
Nah.
No.
We're talk to me, Coach. What's your tight end?
We're hoping for Dylan Domel. We're hoping for Dylan Domel, kid out of Smithville, to step it up this year. Coming back in. He was a true freshman last year.
Okay. What's his height though? What's his height from Smithville? Smithville got a winning tradition, so you got a guy for that. Yeah, they win. Smithville.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Dylan's probably right at about 6'2", 6'2 and a half, 6'3", about 240.
That's good
can run. Yeah, can run. He puts me in the mind of a Kelsick type, body.
Right.
That you can split him out and and do mismatches with linebackers that you hope will get out there and try to cover him. So that's a good thing with Dylan. And then, like I say, he just got hurt last year, in and out as well. So our deal is again just kind of keep these guys healthy throughout the season to where we can play together as a team throughout the whole season.
Yeah, you got to get that continuity and that understanding of each other, where the other person's going to be when this play is called and that good stuff. You can't beat experience. Nothing like experience and playing together. Now, let's go to that offensive line. Let's get to the big uglies on the both ends there. I mean, you got both of them coming back or what? You getting some new ones?
Yeah, we got Alan Jones coming back, and that's our 6'7" kid, who has improved quite a bit. Kobe Lewis coming back. He's probably Kobe's lost a lot of weight, so he's gotten down, slimmed down a little bit. He's a veteran as well coming back, and Kobe can go from guard to center when we need to.
Okay. You got your two bookends. So who your guards and your centers? Are they coming back, or you got a transfer or JUCO expected to take their place, or are your two guards and your center any of those coming back?
Yeah, we got something coming back. We got Chance coming back, and again, we got to get Chance Jones. And
That's the
Chance
center.
now, yes, he just
Okay.
got and Chance. He played center last year, but he can go from center to guard as well when needed. And again, once again, just got to be able to get Chance to stay healthy. Wasn't healthy last year, but again, when he's not in there, we was able to tell dramatically when he's
All right, you can
not in
tell
there.
the difference. Okay. Yeah. Now,
Also
do
when
you
he,
think, keeping that thought, you could tell the difference last year? Do you think you got someone that can possibly back him up now when you don't have that kind of fall coming in? Or you
I
had
do, I
people
do.
already that just needs to step it up?
No, again, we're still in the process of recruiting some guys that we think we're gonna get right now. And if they come in and decide to come with us, yeah, they can come in and do some things right away and help Chance out.
Okay, okay. And the two are any of the guards? I'm sorry, we got to talking about Chance. Are any of the guards coming back? The two guards?
Yeah, we got Arrington Taylor. He's coming back. So we probably got about close to 5 guys that are coming back that's going to be veteran guys, and that I think it's going to help us out quite a bit. Going into the season because they're veteran guys, and as you know as well as I know, it's always good to have veteran guys
Oh, most
on
definitely.
that front.
It sounds like, Coach, out of those 5 positions, that man, you got 4 guys coming back for the offensive line.
Yeah, we do, and like I said, we got some dudes as well that didn't get a whole lot of playing time. That we're hoping that will step it up this year and get better in the weight room as well as
Okay.
weight wise, putting on the weight that they need to put on and get stronger.
Well, I know the quarterback is loving that. That means he don't have to be trying to worry about running for his life. He got guys coming back that was there last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he know he's got some protection. Okay, now let's go back to the backfield. You had a couple of guys break on Texas Southern last year for 20, 30, 40 yards on run. What's your top running back coming back?
Ahmad Antoine, everybody number 5.
Oh, yeah. That's the one broke on us and it broke for a touchdown. Yeah, okay. And what is Ahmad's classification?
He's a senior. He's out this year.
Yeah.
And he again he's working hard. He's getting back to that old Ahmad that we know and love. He is a tremendous worker, man. Like Connor Busham, who was a freshman out of the Louisiana area, man, and very fast, very strong. And everybody think because he's not as big, everybody think because his size, he's not strong, but man, he's one of the strongest kids.
What you talking about? And
he can run.
And I was just getting ready to say, and he could take it to the house. So you got to have one of them guys that you can give it to him at the 30 and he can end up in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, one of those guys.
One of our other secret weapons that used to kill us at Mississippi Valley is Caleb Johnson. So
goodness gracious, Coach, you were trying to hold that for me too, Coach. And you know what? I wrote that down earlier before I got you. I was gonna say, How is the new kid from Valley looking? Is he there yet on campus?
Oh, he's there. He's here. Went through training camp with us, spring camp, man. And once he got acclimated to really what he was seeing and doing and knowing,
Coach, this is the whole time I've seen you smile since Coach started smiling when we started talking about that running back. He bad boy. He had almost
that was big.
Beat y'all by himself. No, not you can never win a game by yourself. But when it was 3rd and 4, he got it. When it was 3rd and 3, he got it. He was pretty good.
Yeah, and like I said, that was a huge blessing, man. Because when we initially went out there, and I was told we was talking to him. I'm like, Caleb, who was the Johnson that destroyed us twice? And they're like, yeah. I said, quit playing with me, man. He ain't coming here. And sure enough, talked with him. He said, Coach, I'm coming.
Goodness gracious, man. Boy, I know that made your day. That
was a huge pickup for us. Because again, we already had a loaded backfield. So with him being back there, man, it's like a 1-2-3 punch, man, and they can get in and get out, and not miss a beat,
I know most of the college offenses now go to a one-back set, but there's going to be times now you can go to a 2-back. I mean, with that kid from Valley and that scat back, man, you nobody know which direction you're going.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about it, because again, if we get the guys that we want, that we're looking at right now, we can probably do a lot of that, 2-back set. And I think as well as I know, a lot of times, throughout the year or every season, things transition, whether from spread to back to 2-backs, back to 11 personnel. So things change. So again, that will, with those guys being back there and being who they are. They make us that much better, offensively, to be able to use the tight end the way we want to use them, for blocking and splitting out as well.
Okay. Now, you made mention early about you having a new DC, defensive coordinator. Can you give us a little background on him?
Yeah, that's Coach Fosselman. Rock, we call him Coach Rock. Alvin Fosselman. Yeah, and he was our linebacker coach last year, and special team coach as well. Promoted him to the DC this year, and of course I did interviews with several guys, and I thought he was well fitting for that job because, again, as I said earlier, he's coaching one of the best groups back there in the defensive on the defensive side, is our linebackers, and those guys performed really well last year as a group. And he's one of those guys that's going to get guys to listen. And anytime you can get players listening to a coach, respecting the coach, they're going to get the job done. And he's
respect him too.
One of those guys that, hey, you don't take no mess, man. You do it right, and you do it right often.
Right. I mean, that's the only way to do it is right. There's no such thing as doing it wrong. Because if you did it wrong, you're gonna do it again.
One time, man, he's gonna let you know. He's a perfectionist, trust me, and that's what I like about him. He gets on the kids, but at the same time, he comes back, and compliments the kid, talk with the kid, let him know, hey, you know what, this is what I expect of you. You made a mistake. All right, now you know what you did wrong. Let's get it done correctly.
Now, what's your overall view? We're just about done. What is your overall view of your upcoming team? You feel good about your team? You feel like there's plenty of room for growth? Everybody feels like they can get better, but do you see yourself progressing in the right direction with the players you have now?
I really do. And again, like I said, we're still in the process of getting some guys added to the team. And if we do that, I think let me just say that we are headed in the right direction, offensively and defensively. And again, a lot of these guys too, as I pointed out to the coaches, I don't want guys to just be able to play, just offense and defense. You guys know as well as I know, special team plays a big role in football. So I want these kids coming in that will be able to play some type of special team other than just offense and defense. And again,
and before I get away, you said something about special teams. you guys have had a pretty good field goal kicker here. Y'all, is that guy back, or you went and got another pretty good one?
Yeah, we went and got another kid. He's graduated on, but we got a little young boy, Carlos, that was here last year. He's gonna kind of compete with the kicking job this year. But we went out, we're gonna get some more kids, should I say, to come in and help us get that ball through the uprights when we score or when we get close inside that 30, 40 yard range and knock it through.
I hear you, Coach. Well, Coach, it's been a pleasure, and I appreciate you for taking your time out of your busy schedule. And I'm so glad you told my PBI friends that I have been trying to get you on, because they always tell me, hey, I know you went to TSU, but you can bring. I said, man, I'm always Byron has an open door, and you have an open door here, Coach, anytime you want to. If you want to spread a word on something, just let me know and we'll get you on.
I appreciate you, my brother. Always.
And we look forward to you having a great season, all but on Labor Day. On Labor Day Classic, which y'all been beating on us pretty good here lately. So, but anyway, Coach, I want to thank you again, and I look forward to the season. And I'm gonna walk up and introduce myself to you, other than seeing me on camera all the time. Okay?
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
And before I go, I know I told you last year that you look at that video I sent you to show you where I had mentioned, but the week before they made you head coach, that I said that I don't know who they looking for. And what type of coach they looking for.
Yeah,
I said, but they got a guy right there on campus right now. I think you're ready. Did you see that tape?
Yes, sir, I did.
I said, they got Bubba McDowell on campus, and I'll be that blasted next week they hired you. So, Coach, that was my energy getting you there, okay?
I appreciate it, man. I need
all right, Coach. Until next time, have a good one, okay?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
All right. Mr. Womack is the broker and president and CEO of Womack Development Investment Realtors, a private minority-owned full-service commercial and residential real estate brokerage firm. Over the years, he has been known to be a respected community businessman and partner, and has received many awards. Now, he sells real estate everywhere, but this specialty is right here in 3rd Ward. This guy can get it taken care of for you. Don't forget to email me at fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. This is where you also get your merchandise, t-shirts, hoodies. Let me know what size, your name, and your contact information, and we'll get back to you. Also, we want you to hit that bell, subscribe, and hit that like button and share it with some friends. You guys have been great to me over the last 10 months. We want to keep this momentum going, and wanting to see you guys for the next show. Please stay connected. Thank you for your participation. Peace out.